Hello, my name's Sophie and I'm here today at Baptist Lumen Choi Primary School in Shartin, here with Richard Boyd, the NET teacher here. Hi Rich.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Rich, could you just sort of briefly give us a bit of background about the school here?
Sure, well it's a local primary school here in Shartin, and I'd say the ability of the students is mainly quite strong, but there is some variation as well. So there are some challenges for our English teachers, and we currently have 8 CNETs working with us, and they're a very strong team and they've added a lot to the English department here at Baptist.
Great, fantastic. Could you sort of, I know there's 8 so it's quite a few to kind of give descriptions for everybody, but could you tell us a bit about the background of the CNETs, maybe where they're from?
Yeah, the mixed background, we have one girl from Norway, a girl from Wales, some from different parts of England, a Canadian girl. So the students are exposed to a wide range of different accents and styles of speaking English. I think that's really important. It gives exposure to lots of different authentic kinds of English.
Different.
Yeah, really useful for them. And the CNETs in our school are split into 2 groups. We have oral-based CNETs who only deliver speaking lessons. Because we have 4 teachers working with just one class at a time, they're able to split the students into very small groups, and I think the students get a lot out of those lessons. And the other 4 CNETs are reader-based, so they work in close collaboration with our local staff, delivering reader-based lessons, and they also focus on listening and writing as well. So yeah, the students have so many opportunities because of Chatteris to really take their English standard to the next level, which is great.
Great, fantastic. And in terms of sort of a confidence thing, do you see as having sort of 8 CNETs at your school, does that help develop the students' confidence in speaking to maybe foreign teachers?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. They have so many opportunities, not only in their lessons. The CNETs are very active outside the classroom. Every recess, the CNETs spread out around the school. They talk to the students informally, they play games and activities with them. They also run larger events, parties, hall events. Every month we have a different theme that the CNETs organise activities for. So they really reach out to the students, not only in lessons but outside. And I think all the students here, even our P1 students, have no problem walking up and talking to the native English teachers here.
Fantastic. So I guess, yeah, they have so many opportunities and they get to do it throughout their days at school.
Yeah.
So, Richard, you mentioned that there are kind of lots of elite activities that are done here around the school. Can you kind of give me some examples of those and when in the day that the CNETs help to kind of deliver those activities?
Sure, well, the CNETs have created their own elite rota so that they all have different duties every recess. So that's the morning and the afternoon. And they go to different parts of the school to carry out different activities. The CNETs are quite creative and independent, so they put their own mark on elite in our school. This year, for example, the CNETs established a karaoke club in the music room, so students go and sing and and listen to Western songs that they might not otherwise get a chance to. We also have a movie club, and again that gets a lot of interest, and the CNETs sometimes make quizzes to go alongside what the students are watching. There's also more active tasks as well. I think there was Pass the Parcel before Christmas. At Chinese New Year they created a zodiac race where the students have different characters that they try and race along a track. And every month there's a different set of activities created and there's different promotion for them. And it really keeps it fresh, it keeps the students coming back. The CNETs are very good at using our English TV studio and the English radio to announce to the school what is happening and keep the students up to date. So it works very effectively, and I think there's an activity for every type of student. You might see one CNET reading one-to-one with a student at recess, while another another CNET is playing with, 5 or 6 students in a more lively game. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So if you were sort of the net teacher at this school and there was only one other CNET here, and you were responsible for creating and planning and delivering all of the elite activities outside of the classroom, how do you think only working with one other CNET would kind of make elite less sort of visible here around the school?
I think that would be a massive impact without the 8 CNETs. If we had to go down to 1, there is no way that we would be able to reach this many students. Even outside elite, looking at the classroom situation, our oral speaking teachers, there's 4 of them, so they're able to split a class of students down to 8 to 1 teacher. And taking that away, if it was 1 CNET with a whole class, there's no way that they could reach all those students on the same kind of personal level that they get to in smaller settings, smaller size. Yeah. So elite and teaching here would be really hindered if we didn't have that number of CNETs. I couldn't imagine losing our number of CNETs here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think definitely as smaller class sizes, particularly for speaking lessons, are so important. So yeah.
I mean, it's a busy school, so the CNETs are all very hard working, but if there was only one of them, there's no chance that we'd be able to create this amount of elite activities. We couldn't cater to a wide range of interests. We just have to try and appeal to the overall, general student population, and therefore we might miss those students who have been brought in because they've had a chance to speak to a CNET one-to-one quietly, or they have more low-key interests, with less noise. The CNETs have such a broad appeal. It's not only the students who are confident in English that will speak to them, they also reach out to students with learning difficulties, and I've seen the wonderful impact that has had.
Yeah.
Their confidence has grown, and they actively approach the CNETs that they feel comfortable with, and it just gives them an opportunity to use English that they would otherwise not have, especially if it was only one.
Yeah, definitely. Fantastic. So we've kind of talked a little bit about how the CNETs here will impact on the students and give them more exposure to English. I just wanted to kind of ask you, how have the CNETs kind of integrated into the general sort of school culture here, and that can be with staff as well?
They've done a wonderful job integrating here. I think in the first instance, a lot of that is down to the training the CNETs receive in August. I know that they've already come to the school with a good idea about the Hong Kong school culture, and I feel in this school in particular they were made to feel very welcomed by the local staff. The 8 CNETs are integrated into our staff room. They sit close to the local teachers that they collaborate with, so it really has allowed them to become part of the team, myself included. I feel like we all work together really well, we collaborate well. All the CNETs have an opportunity once a week to have co-plan meetings with the local teachers, so they can discuss ideas for lessons, they can keep the local teachers updated on ideas for elite, and I think it's invaluable for them to learn from these professional local teachers, and it also has given the local teachers, insight into some different activities and different styles that the CNETs bring. I think the CNETs really complement the local curriculum and the English departments.
Yeah, fantastic. You've talked about how they kind of complement the local curriculum and work really together with local teachers. Could you kind of give some specific examples from anything that you've observed about what kind of really good new things the CNETs might bring into lessons?
There's been many examples. The students, the CNET, use a lot of creativity. I think whereas the local curriculum can sometimes be a bit rigid and a bit rushed, the local teachers have a lot of pressure to, get the students prepared for tests. I think the CNETs are able to inject a lot of fun into English lessons and reach out to students who might otherwise not be very motivated to learn. One CNET here, for example, before Christmas, her topic was letter writing. She was teaching with the local teacher, how to prepare a letter, and she did letters to Santa with her class because of the time of year. And she went out of her way to create personal letters written back to each class from Santa. And it really captured the imagination of the students. It worked really well. And I think that in that instance they learned a language feature without even realizing they were learning. It was so fun. They were able to use their imagination and creativity because of the imagination and creativity brought by the CNET to the lesson. So that was really impressive. And I know many of the CNETs kind of use their own incentive schemes to reward participation and other examples of good English use. It works really well.
Kind of injecting a bit more of a kind of fun, bit of fun into English to make it more accessible.
Yeah, of course. I think there are students here, maybe ones with some learning difficulties that obviously find English very challenging. But when the CNETs come and they're so energetic and they're just ready and willing to give their all to reach every student, not just the elite ones that already speak English. I've seen every CNET in this school really trying to reach out to the lower ability students as well. And it elevates them, it makes them more confident, and it's a wonderful result, one that I don't think perhaps the local teachers would have time to achieve by themselves, given the time constraint of the curriculum.
Definitely, so it kind of is a good team effort, I think. Great. And what do you think are the critical success factors for the CNET programme?
I think there's many successes for the programme, beginning with when the CNETs arrive in Hong Kong. They're given a very comprehensive, solid foundation in the training they receive from Charis. And I think unlike other charities in Hong Kong, once the training is over and the CNETs are deployed, the support from Charis doesn't end there. The CNETs are constantly invited back to training workshops, and they share their ideas among other CNETs so that good practices can be shared between schools. I know a lot of our successes in elite and lesson plans have maybe come from CNETs getting together in the Charis office and sharing ideas. So they have a very solid basis and a good amount of support from Charis itself. And then I think another crucial success is that this school really wants to work with Charis, and we want CNETs here. So they integrate because there's a real culture of collaboration and good communication. So every year when we have new CNETs arriving, we're very eager to have them as part of the Baptist family and have them well integrated. We're very eager to learn new ideas, new ways of thinking, new styles from them every year. I think there's a lot give and take from both sides. We get a lot from the CNETs, and I think they in return get a lot of benefit from being here as well, particularly ones that are eager to further their teaching careers beyond Charis. I think it's such a wonderful sort of foundation for them to get insight into local schools, culture, and meet wonderful students and really try out all these great ideas that they have on a very captive audience.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much for your time, Richard.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
And I'm here with Gloria. Gloria, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Gloria. I'm the upper form English panel teacher of Baptist Choi Primary School, and I have been working with the CNETs from Churches for a very long time.
Yeah.
So Sophie is going to ask me some questions?
I am, yes. Just a few questions about the school and what the CNETs are kind of doing here. So Gloria, how do you work with the CNETs in the school here?
We work closely with the CNET teachers, especially in P4, the level that I'm working at, with Miss Sarah, who is from Churches as well. We have co-planning meeting once a week, and we work closely together because we need to co-teach a P4 class like 4 lessons a week. So we need to work closely together. And apart from co-planning meetings, whenever we have anything to discuss, we just feel free to talk to each other in the staff room whenever we have time. Yeah, and for the oral teachers, we also work closely with them. We have a bi-weekly meeting with the CNET teachers, and in the bi-weekly meeting, we can feel free to talk about a lot of school issues. If the CNETs have any inquiries about the school events, or if we have any reminders to give the CNET teachers, we would make good use of the bi-weekly meetings, and we think it is very useful to communicate with the CNET teachers, and the CNET teachers can understand our school policies better as well.
Thank you. Just going back to, so you say you co-teach with Miss Sarah. What do you think Miss Sarah kind of brings to the lesson that kind of complements you and your teaching style quite well?
Miss Sarah is a very energetic teacher, and she always brings new ideas to the lessons, and we have more English activities with the help of Miss Sarah, because we need more manpower if we want to play some activity, do activities or play games with our students, and Miss Sarah can help me a lot with that. Especially the drama program that we had with the P4 teachers in term 1. With the help of Miss Sarah, we could provide a lot of interesting drama activities to the students, which would not be possible for me myself to do all of these with my students. So with Miss Sarah's help, we can have more fun time in the lessons.
In the lesson, great. And going back to as well P4 lessons again, is there any way that Miss Sarah or the other CNETs here at the school will kind of introduce technology into the lessons, be it through iPads or other kind of forms?
I think a lot of oral teachers and theme-based CNETs have used a lot of technology in the lessons as well, but I work with Miss Sarah very closely, so I know what she has done better. Actually, she is very good at using the IT technology to help the students learn in the lesson. And in term 1, she introduced Kahoot in our English lessons, and to arouse the students' learning interest after reading a story or a passage, we asked the students to answer some questions using the free app Kahoot, and the students enjoyed the activity very much. And also she is very good at IT, and she made good use of an online platform called BringPop as well. And in the website BringPop, there is a lot of useful materials for the students to look at, and Miss Sarah and I can use this kind of online platform in a more effective way in the English lessons, because Miss Sarah is very helpful, and we need more manpower to look after the students when they use iPads in the lesson. So with Miss Sarah's help, I think we can have these kind of lessons more smoothly.
Yeah, great. Is there any kind of program or any activities that all of the CNETs do here to help students that maybe have a lower proficiency of English or are less motivated to participate in English lessons?
Well, in recess times, we have a lot of English activities with students from all levels. Our foreign teachers would go to different floors to mingle with our students, and they sometimes go into the classroom to play recess games with the students as well. When I see the CNET teachers in recess time, I can see some students who are free in the recess to play a lot of games with them, and they enjoy the English games a lot. Sometimes they have dancing time, sometimes they will have movie watching together, and I think this create a very friendly English environment to our students. And also we have some activities like tea prize with the students, and our foreign teachers are very kind. They would spend time with our students to have some kind of snacks or pizzas together, and our students can chat with our CNET teachers in a relaxing environment. I think this helps our students a lot talking about learning English as well.
Great. One last question. If, let's say tomorrow, that from now on there would only be one CNET at this school rather than the 8 that you have already, what difference do you think that would make to perhaps the school environment in general, and what impact that would have on the students?
Well, I think that would be a very bad news to us because we do need the CNET teachers very badly because they help us a lot in developing our English curriculum and also in creating a friendly English-speaking environment as well. If we only have one CNET, then I think a lot of things that we have been doing need to stop because we don't have enough manpower for everything that we have at the moment. So the CNET teachers are very helpful to us, so we cannot afford losing any one of them.
So it won't happen. Only joking. All right, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you.